and the way they played going small, that we were better off with Wilhelm as the backup at the 5. But Blaze is going to have to be ready to go out there and give us significant minutes. Going to have to do a good job with our hands, get good hand pressure. If not, he's going to pick us apart in the weak side where they have really good shooting over there. So, good opportunity to go on the road. We got to come out with the same mentality we did against Penn State, have to come out with some type of edge. They're very good in that building. Jet Howard is one of the most impressive freshmen that I've seen, and the way he scores at a 3-level score with his size makes it very tough. We got to get back in transition, and we have to take care of the glass. They're really good crashing. And then, for us, taking care of the basketball. I think you saw in the last game 17 assists, 7 turnovers was a formula for winning. But if we turn it over, you don't have much of a chance on the road.
How challenging can it be to keep track of Jet Howard with all the attention that I think is
Yeah, they do a great job mixing and running actions for both of those guys. Jet can get his own as well as anybody in our league, and he's got such great size, and he'll take and make tough shots, and we can't get deflated when that happens. The biggest thing for us is we have to make them tough shots. We can't give him uncontested looks. It's going in if that happens, and a lot of his work is in transition. He's really good off the dribble. A majority of his points come off the bounce, whether it's isolation situations or whether he's in a pick and roll. And he's just, he's what you look for in a player. When you're looking at the next level, that size, how fluid he is on the floor, the game is effortless for him. And I've really been impressed with his overall mentality.
You mentioned Blaze. How have you seen him develop in this first year at this level, kind of dealing with the roadblocks and all that entails?
Yeah, he gave us some very important minutes early in the season. And, when Derek missed those early games, Blaze gave us some really good minutes. A lot of those games were at home. And, on the road with the crowd and the atmosphere and the noise, we have to do a good job of relaying things to him on the floor. And when you look at some of the things he's done in our home building, he helped us win, quite a few games early on in the season. And it's too bad when he had his setback. But what I've seen in the last week is he's starting to get some explosiveness back. He's getting his lateral mobility back. And you look at our defensive analytics, we're pretty good with Blaze on the floor. So just have to keep building with him. Coach Ernie is doing a lot of individual skill work with him to try to get him back in shape. He gets here generally, 45 minutes or an hour before practice and getting in some really good individual work. Him and Oleg will be down there together. So, it's an important stretch for Blaze. These last however many games we have, 7 or 8 games, are important for Blaze to finish out the season strong. And the good thing is he's getting healthy again. But, we weren't able to do a lot with Blaze when he had the ankle. He'd do some work, he'd have a setback, and those high ankle sprains are tricky. So, it's good to have him back out there, hopefully healthy for the rest of the year.
Your younger players, we've seen their confidence with Denham, Jamarcus, Sam. How has your confidence in them grown over the past few weeks?
Yeah, it's grown a lot, and I think you saw at the end of that last game, I think we had 3 freshmen on the floor with Jamarcus hitting huge shot, made a great defensive play, made the big free throws at the end of the game. Sam having a great steal and a really good block out, knocking down free throws 1-and-1 after we had just missed the front end on the 2 previous possessions. And Denham, everything he's doing for us right now defensively. I thought he played off at Derek well, getting himself lost on the baseline for a couple layups. And yeah, those guys, they've been thrown into the fire just based on what's happened with our roster. But we're comfortable with our young guys right now. They've made really good winning plays when it matters most. And they're going to continue to get opportunity and chances and just continue to take advantage of that.
You mentioned the assist-to-turnover ratio. That offensively was one of your best analytical offensive performances, at least since the Minnesota game, and yet you're still without 2 of your best players. What do you credit to that type of performance?
Well, I think when you look at it, I think we're about 48% over the last 5 games. So when we get a shot up, we're doing a better job of converting right now. I think we're almost 37 from the 3 in the last 5. The line, we're still struggling. We're 58 from the line. And, that is contributing to some of the offensive woes and the numbers. But the important thing when we looked at that last game, we didn't play in a crowd. We didn't get sped up. I thought we had great pace. Our cutting, every guy out there I thought cut with purpose. We screened well, and we got the ball to the right guy. And, if you're going out and playing rushed and getting it into a crowd, that's when we get ourselves in trouble. You look at the first half against Illinois, we were great offensively, and then the second half we come out with 4 out of 5 possessions and it ended in turnovers. And it's, for us, we feel pretty good when we can get a shot up right now with the way our guys are playing with more confidence. Good things are happening on that end. The key and the challenge is to go out there and take care of it and value every possession, because we've shown from a percentage standpoint, when we're getting shots on the board right now, it's been pretty effective.
Sam seemed to jump right in with confidence on the offensive end. Sam Hoiberg, is there anything that surprised even you about how he's popped right in?
Yeah, I don't know, people don't realize how hard that is when you're thrown into the fire for the first time and getting significant minutes in a conference of this caliber. And the thing I've been most pleased with Sam is just his poise and how he's gone out, and the moment hasn't been too big for him. And, he had a couple of really nice takes to the basket when he had a lane and a couple nice finishes. And when he was cut off, he made the simple play. He didn't take the extra dribble into the crowd. The last play of the game, was freshman to freshman, Sam to Jamarcus, to hit the shot that really kind of sealed the win. And then stepping up and knocking down free throws for the first time under a minute, 1-and-1 after we'd missed a couple, and just to have the confidence to get up there and knock that down. So I've been really proud of him for how he's taken advantage of these minutes after really kind of being a guy that probably got ready in garbage time. I mean, I remember my first couple of years when I was playing in garbage time. Hell, I was nervous in garbage time. And, when you get thrown out for the first time, there's a lot of nerves that go into that. But he's played with such great poise, and that's the thing I'm most proud of with Sam and Jamarcus and Denham. Same thing. Those guys get thrown into a starting lineup all of a sudden after being in and out of the lineup. And those guys have just gone out and played really good, simple basketball. And, it's hard to do as a freshman in this conference. And we've got a lot of them out there right now that are helping us at least have a chance to win.
How much do you think of that as a product of him being a coach's kid, not necessarily your kid, but he's been around basketball his whole life, his older brother played briefly. How much does that help his basketball IQ and ease that transition a little bit?
I think probably older brother has helped more than me in that regard. And when Jack, kind of the same thing, when he ended up getting a scholarship in his third year at Michigan State, and Izzo started throwing him out there a little bit, he was ready for it. And I think the biggest thing is preparing for it and working for it. And I know Jack has talked to Sam about always keeping himself ready for when that opportunity comes and when your name is called. And, when you have a similar path, I guess, with a guy that played in this league and, talking to him about what to expect, and he's carried that over. So yeah, I think having Jack in that, his twin brother, I know, is one of his biggest, obviously, supporters. And it's great to have somebody that's kind of walked in those shoes, I guess, to help him prepare for what he's up against.
Yeah, I have a two-parter kind of on the same topic. As a coach, seeing a walk-on get these quality minutes and making the most of it, how does that make you feel as a coach, but also being the dad?
Well, the one thing we try to do with our program, and you can even go back to our first year when Charlie Easley ended up starting at the end of the season for us as a walk-on, and he took advantage of it and has gone on to really good things at South Dakota State. Just those guys have active roles. They're very they participate in every drill. They're part of the scout team that helps them prepare, and those guys have to be on point maybe as much as anybody for learning a new offense every couple days. And, those guys, we try to do everything we can, skill development. What Cale Jacobson is doing, and Ramel and Oleg, all those guys behind the scenes, people don't understand how hard of a job that is for those guys to come in. Henry Burt, same thing. He's doing some good things for us. Jeff Grace. So it's a tough job because it's so unappreciated by the outside, but we try to let them know how important their roles are and what their job is, and just go out there and give our guys a great look. And they were phenomenal to help us prepare for Penn State after a disappointing road trip. It starts with those guys. If they're out there making it difficult on the guys that are eligible to play right now, it helps everybody. So, it is rewarding when you see those guys get an opportunity and you see the teammates rally around them, and how much you see it at the end of games. I mean, in games where it's out of hand a little bit at the end, they get in there, they score a bucket. You see the bench absolutely explode because of how much they mean to your program, and that's pretty cool.
As
Yeah, you're so caught up in the game. You really don't think a lot about it. You're just so caught up, and you're trying to figure out who you need on the floor at the end, especially during crunch time. And Sam obviously gave us great minutes in that the other night. And then when I go back and watch, I guess that's kind of when it sinks in. That's when it's pretty cool, is when it's your kid out there helping do really good things, when he's still very early in the early stages of his career. I had a couple coaches reach out that kids played for them and just said, you really got to savor this. You really have to enjoy and appreciate, because it goes so fast. And it does. I mean, it's second year. I mean, it just seems like yesterday, Jack, we took him up to Michigan State to enroll, and here he is now working in an NBA franchise with the San Antonio Spurs. So it does. It goes quick, and you do have to sit back, I think, at times and just let it kind of soak in, because not everybody gets the chance and the opportunity to spend this much quality time with your kid. My wife gets mad at him because he doesn't come home enough. I tell her I'm kind of sick of him, to be honest with you. So, but no, it's been fun, because I know how hard he works, and to see it pay off has been pretty cool.
You ever coach your son's youth team?
I did, yeah. I coached him, and I put in an offense for him in Chicago after I got let go, and they took off. Man, they had a big run, and yeah, so that was kind of fun doing that. And it was both twins, and Jeff Grace was on that team as well. So yeah, we put in a offense that we felt fit that group, and those guys were pretty darn good. And they were 1-5 before I put it in. There you go. There you go.
That would make sense.
40-4. What was the 4 games we lost? I don't remember those 4 we lost.
I was like, dang, Seamus. You really... I didn't know that you were looking back there. How much of that did you get to hear?
About half, I think. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, on that note, how cool is it to hear your dad speak like that about you? Obviously, this is a very serious thing, right? You gotta win games and all of that, but how it's special to him too, even if you don't necessarily see it.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like it's kind of come full circle, because I didn't know when I came here if I'd really ever have this opportunity to play. My goal was to be playing by my 3rd year. I knew I was going to redshirt and then try to develop, but since the injuries happened, it came earlier, and just being able to take advantage of it, it feels really satisfying to have that come to fruition. But yeah, hearing him talk about it and seeing it in person is a really good feeling, and just makes me feel just really good, I guess.
You talked about wondering if it might take you your 3rd year, but did you get a sense even earlier in the season, before you were out on the floor as much, that I could play with these guys, or was that starting to come in here?
Yeah, I mean, that honestly came a lot quicker than I expected. I thought last year, even during my redshirt year, that I felt I was getting to the level to be able to play and help out. I think one thing you mentioned was scout team. Scout team has helped me develop so much. I was forced to play in roles where I was shooting way tougher shots than I was used to, but there was no repercussion for that, because they get mad at you if you don't shoot it, for example. So being able to be in those positions where I'm forced to play way more confident has made it much easier to play like that when I'm actually in a game and be confident out there. So that helped my development, and I think that after that, probably towards the end of the year last year is when I really started to feel like I was shooting at a level to play at this level. That's when I felt like I was probably good enough, and I knew that whenever my name would be called, I'd be ready.
Yeah, talk a lot about your poise being thrown into the fire like that. Does that come from him, your older brother? Where does it come from?
Yeah, I mean, like he said, talking to Jack, I call him before every game, especially those first ones. I talked to him for probably an hour, because he had prepared the same way as me, and I was definitely nervous before that Northwestern game, and I talked to him, and he helped me calm my nerves. I mean, it's really just playing basketball. It's just a different stage, so you just got to get that in your mind. And once I got that, I was good. Got a quick bucket to calm my nerves. But, yeah, I think having him on the sideline helps a bit, helps me stay calm. But, yeah, talking to my brother before games also helped a lot.
What was that conversation like with your dad about, okay, we're going to play you, maybe you play?
It was very brief. It was on the plane after Penn State. He said, "You're the 9th guy now. We might need you."
What was your reaction to that?
I was like, okay, I'm ready. I mean, I've been preparing to be put in since that Colorado exhibition game, so I've been preparing for a while, so he knew I was ready. I've been telling him that all season, so that's why it was so brief.
How much of an impact did that success you had right away in that Northwestern game kind of give you the confidence to be fearless and attack as fast as what you have the last 4 games?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that first bucket, the putback, really helped me calm down a little bit. I didn't feel fully comfortable out there that whole game. I was still offensively. I haven't had a lot of reps in the offense up to that point. I was doing all scout team stuff, so I wasn't extremely comfortable. Honestly, I didn't expect the threes I shot to go in. I wanted to just get a couple reps at it first, and then that helped me get comfortable for Maryland. But by the time of the Maryland game, I was fully comfortable, and that showed, I feel like.
You're one of several young guys playing big roles that got thrown in the fire a little bit just because of how the season went down, and you're coming off maybe one of the best overall offensive performances of the season. What do you credit for how this group has gelled with the veteran guys that are still playing and then the young guys that have kind of climbed the ladder over the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is just guys getting more comfortable. I mean, Jamarcus, I knew from our first game of pickup in the summer that he was going to be a stud, and seeing him struggle shooting at the start of the year didn't bother me at all, and I knew that he would eventually come into his own. But a lot of that was just getting experience first. I knew Will would get more comfortable, and he's shown big stretches, like Illinois at 11 straight. Like, I think he could do that on a consistent level. I've seen him do it in practice. And, yeah, just having more reps together. We've been working on offense a lot lately this past week, and I've talked to my dad about that we probably need to work on it more just to get more consistent, more reps for the guys that haven't ran as much, and that, I think, helped us last game with that.
Sam, you mentioned going from the scout team to the other side. Ramel was dealing with that, and that's one of the reasons why they're going to keep the red shirt. How difficult is that to make that leap?
You're saying from scout team to real playing?
To move mid-season like that.
Yeah, that was very difficult because I was used to just straight scout team in practice. I never had any reps with the main squad, and I was just thrown into the fire with that the first day after that we had practice after Penn State. I had to run all the plays that I had never ran at all the stuff from our actual offense. I knew the scout plays better than our own offense, so that was difficult at first. I would run plays with the scout guys actually after practice just to get the reps. We all were learning them just for me and Oleg, who hadn't ran them a lot, to get used to them. But it was difficult, and I'm still getting used to playing in this offense, but I'm definitely getting more comfortable in it, and the more reps I get, I feel better. They're very, very talented, obviously. I mean, you look at their starting five, there's no one that you can, like, sag off of, and even their bench guys, they all can shoot it. And obviously they got Jet Howard, who's extremely talented, really good scorer, and then Dickinson, who's just a monster in there. So we're going to have to be on our best game defensively and then hopefully take advantage with good pace on offense like last game. Yeah, he wants me to beat him up for sure.
Turn it on and off, call him dad and coach.
I just call him dad. It's too weird calling him coach for me.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, he's fine with it.
What do you make of all this? Here you are, your second year in the program, and you're contributing, you're playing for your dad. I mean, from the outside looking in, it's a really special story. Have you had kind of a moment where you just paused and taken it all in and been able to appreciate what you're going through?
Yeah, I mean, the times where I've really been able to appreciate it is actually when I'm calling my twin brother Charlie, because we talked about it the other day. Like, this was really both of our dreams growing up, and he just didn't like basketball as much as me by the time we got to high school, so he didn't want to play, but he's kind of living that dream through me now, and we talk about it, though. Like, we're like, man, this is really happening. Like, it's finally what we wanted to do since we were 5 years old is happening, so it's been really cool to just look at it from the outside and hopefully can keep pushing and being better with it, because I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I want to keep getting better.
What was the special offense your dad installed to change your youth team around?
Pretty similar to what we do now. So, yeah, when you run it right, it really works.
How's Charlie doing?
Oh, he's doing great. Loving his easy college life.
Where's he at?
TCU.
Okay.
Yeah.